This is the 77 WABC minicast.
We wanted to eliminate abuse and fraud. We'd eliminate the president of the United States from the office right now and the rest of the sycophants in his administration that are allowing him to do so many illegal things.
2 weeks ago, a 76-year-old man named Melvin, who lives in Benton County in Warsaw, Missouri, near Lake of the Ozarks, called our office. He was almost in tears. He said, "Congressman, you've got to tell this story to the American people." I said, "What is it?" His daughter is a hairstylist. She works a lot on tips. Her husband works a lot of overtime in his job. They have not gotten a refund in years. And this year they just opened their mailbox, opened that envelope, and the check was for $12,000. That's real money. Not just for Warsaw, Missouri, but anywhere in America.
A tale of two Congress people. One, Democrat Bonnie Watson Coleman, calling for Donald Trump to be, in her words, eliminated. Democrat, again, Bonnie Watson Coleman calls for President Trump to be eliminated. The other, that voice you just heard, was Representative Mark Alford, who's telling a story about what Donald Trump and the Republican Party did. We have more of those stories coming up. If we can't get to them today, we will get to them. You know, that little guy running for office in Georgia, Texas, is running around saying that the only people getting tax cuts this year are millionaires and billionaires. It's just such a blatant lie. It's just unbelievable. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour, my friends. Fastest hour in American media. The Swalwell scandal is still raging. Let me just run through some headlines real quick. Okay. Trump declares Strait of Hormuz permanently open just hours after imposing Iran blockade. As China intervenes, they want me to do it. Apparently, there's a deal going on. China has promised that they're not going to sell Iran weapons, and there's all kind of movement going on, talks of peace. It may happen. Border Czar Holman fires back at Pope Leo, explains what Vatican leaders don't know about immigration, and he is among others. I just pulled off a story that CNN did. I don't know whether I brought it with me. They went out to Notre Dame University, and they found a bunch of students at Notre Dame that ragged on Trump for being blasphemous toward the Pope, and all the Pope is trying to do is do peace. And all. It's funny how when CNN goes and in support of the Pope, because this was the same organization, and Notre Dame was the same place, as I recall right, that had some pro-abortion speaker, and people were complaining it was a Catholic university, and what are they doing with all this pro-abortion stuff at Notre Dame? And that rarely gets covered. But yet, when they think they can get some mileage out of it, off they run to Notre Dame like it's some institution of Catholicism, which it's not anymore. Okay, let's do this. Non-citizen charged with voting in Minnesota 2024 election after admitting a mistake to investigators. Just another non-citizen voting. Nothing to see there. Go away. Vance. Oh, this is hysterical. I'm going to take a... Let me move to some other stories and circle back, as Jinsaki would say, to the Vance and the fraud story, because I got to lump that in with some other stories. Another story, House Democrats file 5 impeachment charges against who? Pete Hegseth. 8 Democrats sponsoring the resolution. Steve Cohen of Tennessee, Yasmin Crockett of Texas, who's still there until this term ends, and then she will be gone. Nikema Williams of Georgia, never heard of her. Sarah McBride of Delaware. That's the, Representative McBride. Brittany Peterson of Colorado. Dina Titus of Nevada. And Dave Min of California, and Sri Sanadar of Michigan, who's just a very interesting congressperson. So they all have now filed articles of impeachment against Pete Hegseth. I'm sure that somewhere tonight Pete Hegseth is deeply, deeply concerned about it. So concerned that he may end up looking for the actual legislation so he can put it in a fire and burn it. Or something. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Todd Blanche is torching Judge Boasberg after an appeals court. The appeals court basically slapped the hell out of Boasberg, if you really want to put it in street parlance. Boasberg, talking about impeachment. There's a good candidate. Democrats seek to bar presidents from collecting settlement money from the government. That story's from NBC. Democrats are busy. Look at what Democrats are doing. They're saying that Trump ought to be eliminated. They're trying to impeach Pete Hegseth. They're trying to bar any president from collecting settlement money from the government. No matter what the government does, president shouldn't be able to sue. He's not an American citizen. And then there's Kathy Hochul. Kathy Hochul is now proposing a tax on New York City second homes. So if you are a resident of New York, you have a second home that's worth over $5 million, Kathy Hochul wants to put her little grubby fingers in your pockets and steal your money so that she can spread it around and spend it, she and Mondami, on illegal aliens so that they can spend it on whatever it is that they spend money on in New York that they never seem to have enough of, be it illegal aliens, be it welfare programs, be it opening up grocery stores that they don't know how to run, that they never will know how to run. Whatever they want, however they want to burn and throw away your money in New York, Hochul wants more of it. So now, if you have a second house and it's worth a few bucks, they want to surcharge you and make you pay for the privilege of having a second house and tax you up the wazoo even more. I don't know what it's going to take for some of you folks with money to figure out that you're the enemy. Democrats look at you as an enemy. They don't think you deserve what you've earned. They don't think your family deserves what you've earned. They think they should have it so they can waste it on anybody and anything that they want to waste it on, and people, including people who have no ambition, who sit on their asses all their lives, unaccomplished, because they don't want to be, because they want to feed off others and be vultures off others, and yet Democrats find them so worthy. And that's not everybody. And I want to make that clear. That is not everybody. There are many people who receive social services who need them, who legitimately need them. And we, as any member of society, should be compassionate to those people and, of course, be willing to help. But non-citizens, people that refuse to work, people that take advantage, people that can work and don't want to work. No, that's how Democrats want to waste your money too. And they want to take from people that achieve and just spread the money out to people who don't want to do a damn thing to improve their lives, and you're just supposed to continue to go along with it, or people that are here illegally. People who, and it's funny because you can't go in any country that most of these people that are here illegally in the United States, you can't do it. You can't go in their countries and live off their people.